So, the digital revolution is... Wait a second, I don't think this is good enough. There you go. Hey, I think you stumbled onto this video clearly aware of what you're trying to look for. And from the title, I'm pretty sure you have some prior knowledge on how we transitioned from machines to smart machines, and the innovations of communication throughout the years. I promise I will not go to a lengthy rant telling you some things you probably know about computer history, like the abacus, Charles Babbage, and Alan Turing. I'll just show you how it all really came to that point. You see, the digital revolution didn't just poof in from the minds of these early computing people. There was a greater history that encouraged such strides of thinking that led to what we have today. But in this first portion, we'll look at past revolutions. You know that tendency of humans to find problems, create solutions, then find more problems and solve complex solutions? Well, that's how it really came to be from the start. First of which, the agricultural revolution. We came to a collective point in the widespread use of simple machines that could help us build civilizations, with farming and irrigation and domestication and the wheel. I guess you get the point. We also had the abacus, some early clocks and compasses, but we had an 80 to 20% ratio of farmers to people who starve. But the foundation of the digital revolution is this guy. Not that one. Not this one either. Not that one. No. I think the next one. There you go. It's the Industrial Revolution. You might be asking, how does this even relate to the journey of the digital revolution and all that? Well, Britain was the heart of that revolution, and a lot of people from the early computing age came from that nation. And Industrial Revolution's purpose was all about using different forms of energy to automate production. Well, the use of coals leads to innovations such as the steam engine and electricity. And at that point, it became an unstoppable momentum. With that in mind, around this era is when the conceptions of the computer started. Like I mentioned earlier, Charles Babbage, Ada Lovelace, Gödel, and the Alan Turing of theoretical computer science fame. Now, the journey from Turing towards modern times are a tad bit complicated, but here's a quick rundown of what happened. Feel free to pause to catch up quick. Well, in the transitions from analog to digital, we must define what the two are first. Analog is just something that simply represents. The best example is a clock, or a ruler, or an odometer. Nowadays, analog is simply everything not digital. The job it does or the information it handles doesn't involve processing numbers electronically. Digital, however, is entirely different. Instead of storing words, pictures, and sounds, we convert the information into numbers or digits and display or store the numbers instead. A common question frequently asked is if analog is dead. Most would say yes, but for me, no, it just transformed. And now that leads us to the journey to the center of the apple. This brand is literally everywhere. Even at the start of the video, I kept snapping through the years of Mac OS like a fuck. But before that, Olivetti. If you aren't aware of Olivetti, then prepare to be amazed. This typewriter manufacturer was the peak of the sleek design that we thought of today as new, innovative, sleek, and simple, and whatever adjective you can think of about Apple products. They were famous in the 50s for their corporate design philosophy that inspired modern brands such as Brown and Apple. As said by Jonathan Martin, that, quote, is the very philosophy of Apple, but is instead applied to the analog, which is typewriters. We can say the same with steam engines. Almost all electricity, around the world, whether it's from coal or nuclear power, is just a steam engine. It's all just water and heat. And it speaks to how truly revolutionary the Industrial Revolution was, that since then it's just been an evolution. All I wanted to say is that the analog inspires, the digital does not replace the analog, it transforms it forever. The digital revolution is currently half of the industrial revolution. The third is about digitization. The fourth industrial revolution's technologies are. But the evolution of tech has its challenges like obsolescence. We are aware that as much as tech can emerge with fresh and new ideas, it can go obsolete as quickly. Arguably, it benefits us with increased productivity, but also banes us with redundant jobs and cyber threats. But it is also undeniable that it made communication easy. In 1 or 2 clicks, we can talk to people worldwide. But the future is both bleak and clear. The digital revolution will continue to evolve, and the best way to see that is here, within our reach. But knowing us humans, we have that tendency to find problems, create solutions, then find more problems, then make complex solutions. The challenges of this new age dawning upon us is going to test the human civilization. But I know as humans, we know that the evolution of technology is ongoing. And hopefully, this time around, we will still continue to reflect our values.